my name is Greg, and I'm here to talk about uh, the benefits of owning and caring for koi fish. I tried to get two people here with me, but I could only find one person that was available. So that's my one audience member, but so a lot of people don't know when it comes to koi fish that there's a lot of benefits that come with it, and they're actually surprisingly not that easy. I mean, they're very easy to take care of. Now, David Anderson with Business Insiders in 2017 stated that the most expensive koi fish that was auctioned was $1.8 million. So, I mean, that's quite a bit for a pet that's very easy to take care of. Now, my personal experience, I've spent 10 years working with koi fish and taking care of them, and I made a couple profitable sales. I mean, on a daily, there's koi fish that are trading in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, the first thing you want to think of when you're going to care for koi fish is where you're going to keep them. So most people keep them in a koi pond because it's easy to take care of and build out, and you can have it above the ground or below the ground. But the big thing is just space. You want to have about a foot per fish, because they can grow. They'll outgrow their container. They won't just stop growing because they're in a smaller pond. They'll keep growing until you have to expand or give them away or sell them. Now, Robert Woods from Koi Fish Care, he talks a lot about what to look out for when you have them. So after you get your koi pond built out and you've bought, let's say, 3-4 koi fish, and you put them in there. As far as the feeding schedule, it's based on, per Robert Woods, it's based on the temperature because they're cold-blooded. So if the temperature drops between 45 degrees, you don't have to feed them because it'll kill them. They can't process it. So you have to look at the temperature. So if it's a hot summer day, for me, I would say 10 koi fish costs probably about $6 a month, because you just feed them. If it's hot outside, you feed them 3 times a day. If it's cold out, once a day or not at all. So the expense there is very minimal. The other thing you'd have to worry about is diseases. They get all kinds of different diseases that they can get, but a big main one that they get is called flukes, and those are just little tapeworms that attach to the fish and kind of like a leech. So you have to feed for that, but I'd say all the medication together probably be about $100, and that would probably last a year. So there's no real high expense there. If you live in a cold weather area where it freezes, you can still own koi fish because koi fish can actually live under ice. So they would just go into hibernation and they wouldn't be eating. But you can pretty much have them anywhere in the country. And then another big thing to think of is just the pests that you have around. I found out the hard way, without having the lid down overnight, raccoons came and got a couple of them. So that's the biggest thing, is just birds that like to feed on fish, raccoons, and there's a couple other things out there. But yeah, just make sure that they're protected with netting and fencing. And then the koi fish that sold for $1.8 million, it was only 9 years old. So I mean, that's a pretty good return on investment. Now, obviously, getting 1.8 million is hard to do, but you can start out by selecting the right fish that has a good chance to be worth value, which there's all kinds of sources and resources online to figure out what those are, because they constantly change based on what they're looking for in Japan. Now, as far as another benefit of owning koi fish, it keeps you busy, but they also have personalities like dogs. They'll come to you, they'll recognize you, they'll be scared away from things that they don't recognize, but they'll eventually eat out of your hands and will be happy to see you. And then, more than likely, in conclusion, you probably, after it's all said and done and 9 years comes up, you might not want to sell them, because a lot of people, they become really close part members of the family, just like a lot of people view dogs, which I have a dog myself. So they're very similar, definitely very playful, and they'll jump. But that's the information I have for you on the benefits of owning koi fish and the value that can come with them. Thank you.